Hola, soy Mauri Lubina de Eiffel 65. Un saludo especial para el programa de Luna Desde Italia.
Yo, listen up, here's the story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night and everything he sees is just blue. Like him, inside and outside. Blue his house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette. And everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around. Cause he ain't got nobody to listen. I'm blue,
Massimo goes, we're gonna make a dance track out of it.
Then we turned on the radio and the song was there.
That's when it really blew up. It was like, bang.
We were on stage every single day, every single country in the world.
The lyrics really threw off a lot of people. The track was really pushing people's minds.
We wrote the song in 2 hours, but this is only the beginning.
Yo, listen up, here's the story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. Like him, inside and outside.
That's me. Can you believe it? With the mesh, you know? With this kind of eyes, unbelievable. The first time I met music was when I was 5 years old. So for me, music was always part of my life. But at that time, of course, I didn't think about music as a job. You know, it was only something like a sport, you know, like I play soccer and I play piano, always playing. The first time I know something about Blisco, I was 18 and they were looking for guys like me. And that's when I first met Jeffrey.
We're headed to the Blisco Studios. So this is where a great part of the magic happened. And it still feels weird to walk in because it's been home for a long time. Blisco was and is a big studio, and you had different kind of people working in it. There were musicians, singers, producers, DJs, mainly to produce dance tracks that would end up on compilations and somehow create artists that would play the tracks live, if it really worked out. At the age of about 11, I moved from Brooklyn to Sicily. But the singing process came in a little bit later. I was a George Michael fan when I was a kid. And I was listening to Careless Whisper, so I was like 17 back then. And I came into Turin for a vacation. I said, the only thing I want to see is a music instrument store. And I started talking to this guy, and he goes, well, what kind of music do you produce? And I was like, you're not going to believe it. I have a tape with my song on it. So he picks up the phone. He calls Massimo Gabutti, and he says, I got someone here I think you could be interested in.
So I hear some of his songs with a perfect English accent, perfect American accent. Say, is this you? I said, yes. Come on. It was him. Gabriel came to us and said, you know, they told me you're looking for DJ, and they said he could play as well.
When I got to Blisco, I wasn't able to find the C on a keyboard. I studied music afterwards. You know, I went to Massimo and said, look, I would like to be able to make my own music. So next day, 8:30, I was there. This is what, you know, what fascinated me about the vision of Massimo. He understood the importance of a DJ inside his team.
So the original Blisco was a small villa. We had 3 studios on the first floor. If you come, you could see a garden, then you could see kids going around and playing. One was Jeffrey, the other one was Mauri, the other one was Gabri, the other one was me as well.
It was a very creative workspace. Also, one funny thing is that none of the studios were actually soundproof, but it turned out to be very useful because every time you heard something you liked, from the next door, you could join and take part in the session. And that's exactly what happened with Blue.
Blue came out in this way. I was playing with these piano roads and these arpeggio.
Well, the first time I heard the arpeggio of Blue, let me explain the situation. My office was nothing else than the singing booth, and it was very near Mauri's studio.
Massimo, I remember that he had to pass to my studio, even also to go to the bathroom. Come on, let's make something, just transform it in a song. In 1 hour, we have something like an arrangement. So it's time to...
Are you ready to move your body?